Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to the Done Creative Live. We got everything set up today, and I realized after the last live stream that I kept, which I knew it was on the 16th. I just thought that the 16th was Friday. So my apologies if I confused anyone with that. So tomorrow is the full moon, but we still have that full moon collective reading for anyone who wants to know what's going down on this full moon tomorrow, the 16th of April. You can watch my latest live stream. It's about the first 20 minutes or so of that broadcast. And today we're just going to get a collective message. I'm trying to think time frame wise. Let's just, I guess, leave it open to spirit. But if you're here, feel free to say hi. We already have a donation that came in earlier from Kat. So I'm going to go ahead and update the list. And that's our only donation so far, so it should be a quick read. If you would like to get on the list, you should be seen very quickly here. Let's see, Kat. Kat is our one and only donation thus far. Hello, Kat. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Nikki Swain. Good to see you both. Okay, we got 5 people and 3 likes on the video. It's like my computer's way over here, camera's over here, so sorry, apologies. Okay, let me center myself more toward where we're going to be reading the cards and just get into a collective reading. 6 people and 6 likes. Hello, everybody. Feel free to say hello. And we're just going to get right into this collective reading. I think I'm going to grab 3 tarot cards. And I do have to actually work on my taxes after this. So I'm thinking I will kind of put a limit to 2 hours tops for today's live stream. But who knows, we may not even make it that far. But let's see, 3 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, and 7 of Pentacles. So there's some progression here, 6 to the 7. But I'm really liking this so far. This to me feels good. This is collective message. Those of us just joining us. Hello, Monster Hut. Welcome, welcome. And Jessica Lynn is here as well. All right, so for our collective message, we've got 3 of Cups. This is soul family, soul sister, soul brother vibes, coming together, celebrating, having some fun. This might be some of you this weekend. I'm really seeing like a weekend vibe with this kind of collection of cards we've got going on here. And then 6 of Pentacles, this is feeling heard, feeling seen. The balancing energies between give and take, give and receive. And I think you may be giving something, maybe your effort, your attention, and you will also possibly be receiving something. If not, guaranteed you will be receiving something, even if it's just a smile from a stranger. This is something that's going to lift your spirits. Hello from the Pacific Northwest. Hello to you. I actually been using my Pacific Northwest Tarot. Where is it? Here it is. I'm not using it today, but I've been using it pretty much every day since I got it. It's just so pretty. Pacific Northwest vibes. Oh, the tower's upside down. Isn't it just stunning? It's probably my favorite tarot deck. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles is upside down as well. Yeah, I just love it. But hello from the Pacific Northwest. Hello from slightly to the east of the Pacific Northwest from Montana. Okay. All right. So we also have a donation coming in from Jessica, but we will get back to that momentarily. 7 of Pentacles. So there's this element of patience. It might be a bit of a slow next week or so, slow progression, but it feels to me like you're comfortable in the speed that things are going, putting in some patience or effort. Maybe you are kind of cleaning your house, or I'm seeing someone needing to clean out their car. If that's you, you know, if you know, you know. My husband, I'm calling him out on his car. He's not listening. He is in the other room doing a training for work. But yes, he definitely needs to clean out his car. Maybe someone here needs to clean out their car. I know I need to vacuum mine, but I make my kids get their stuff out of my car. I cannot handle all the clutter in there. I wish I could get that handle on my house, but I haven't yet. Let's see. What else do we have here? I'm going to go with this deck. Collective message. Hello, Amber. Welcome. Collective message. Anything else we need to know, please, Spirit, for the weekend and maybe even early next week. 3 of Ink. Well, abundance, joy, and resourcefulness. And that's exactly what these 3 cards. There's the joy, there's the abundance, and there's the resourcefulness. I mean, wow. This just put them all wrapped up in a nice, pretty little bow for us. Let's get a couple more cards. Collective message, please, Spirit. And this one, let's come up as well. Okay. We also have the teacher, structure, guidance, and legacy. So you guys may be teaching someone something, or maybe you're teaching yourself something, or you're having a conversation about something that you know a lot on a topic. It's almost like your own little TED talk, but maybe it's just with a group of friends or your family. And this to me feels like you guys are just, you're feeling really good about the knowledge that you have and being able to share that with others. Maybe some of you are even getting knowledge from someone very close to you in your soul family, or someone you look up to or admire this weekend as well. We also have the Weaver card. It's so beautiful. Patterns, connections, and mediation. So this is a very Libra energy, which we are having that Libra full moon. And I did check. It's actually Libra for both Western and Vedic. It's the very, very early part of Libra in the nakshatra of Chitra, which is my ascendant. So this full moon is going to feel very, it's already been feeling very opening and expansive for me to really get on with my goals and what it is I'm here to do. And I'm really excited about, the direction it's going. Certain things have kind of fallen away a little bit, which has, been a little bittersweet. But at the same time, I think this is allowing me room and space for that new expansion and excitement and projects to come in. And you guys might resonate with that as well. But you're connecting the dots to something that maybe happened recently, and you're like, I just don't know why this happened. But some of you are really putting things together and seeing a pattern, or seeing where the dots have been connected. Maybe you are finding a toxic pattern that you have been putting forth or allowing others to do to you, and you're like, no more. I am taking my power back, and I am going to stand up for myself. That's a pretty wide message for, Libra is a balance of give and take. Very Six of Pentacles energy as well, but, Three of Cups, how much time you're spending with others, how much time you're spending for yourself and on yourself, self-love, self-care, all that stuff I'm always talking about over here. I think we'll get two more. Hello, Gitaleka. Make a video about all your decks, the names. I just love them all. I'm so obsessed with you so much. Yeah, that is something I kind of thought about doing. I'm still unsure. Tonight is kind of my what's the word? I'm trying to word this appropriately. I think I called it a last ditch effort, just to see if I can get some engagement over on Patreon. If it doesn't work with our hangout tonight, I might be closing my Patreon for a little while, and not indefinitely, most likely, but for a little while, so I can focus on other things, because I'm, having a little bit of this frustration of, because for me, Patreon isn't just, oh, yay, there's more money coming in. To me, it's about building a community. But when no one shows up to the live streams, or, no one really participates, it's kind of disheartening. So I'm thinking either switching over to, I might keep the bottom tier of the weekly, because that's the most lively thing over there. But also bringing forth YouTube membership of probably just my lowest tier, which would be the weekly reading, and maybe possibly a middle tier of also some readings as well, just like exclusive readings. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is kind of pointing us, even something we worked really hard for and we really want to make work, it's just not working. This is kind of, little hints from the universe that maybe it's time to pull our energy out of that thing, or out of that relationship, whatever it is. And Libra full moon is kind of the full culmination or illumination point for many of us to realize, okay, this thing isn't working right now. Doesn't mean it can't work later, but right now I can't force, I can't force people to show up for live streams. I can't force, more engagement. Not that I would want to anyway. That's the whole thing. It's like, I just want people to show up when they feel like it, and no one's really felt like it. So that's kind of my indication that, okay, my energy's probably needed somewhere else. So maybe you guys are feeling that very same way, because it's a balance between, time you're spent on yourself, your own projects, and time spent teaching others or associating with others, hanging out with others, and just finding that beautiful balance. All right, what else do we need to know, Spirit? Gateway with Derpy Unicorn, my favorite card in this whole deck, because he's just so cute. He's so derpy and so cute, but that we're here for it. This is a gateway, this full moon, and I know I already did the full moon reading, but I'm really reading into more, like picking out the details of that full moon reading we already did on Wednesday live stream here on this channel. If you want to check that out and get some, really more in-depth stuff. This is more the minute details. That's more the overarching whatever. But this to me feels like just us to me, this reads almost like a keyhole, this little gateway or passageway that we are going toward. And it's like the unicorn is fitting into the keyhole, ready to turn the lock and unlock something completely new. This is maybe even possibly a timeline shift, or just shifting your energy or frequency into something that's more suited for where you're headed rather than where you've been. Because we can get real and all sorts of comfortable in where we have been, but sometimes we need to expand ourselves and go in a whole new direction, or just kind of bring in different elements. And, we don't always have to scrap everything we've been working on. And I really don't see this Libra full moon as that for most people here. This to me just feels like an expansion, maybe letting go of certain little things to make room for new little things, or one big thing to make room for one new big thing. Okay, and then opportunity. Yeah, because Spirit's showing me this, the opportunities want to come in. It's just the glass. You have a glass of liquid. You can only fill it to the top. It's just going to overflow. So everything that is contained, I used to do this way, everything that's contained within this fake glass that I'm holding here, this little glass that I've turned on its side so you can see it, you can only hold or contain so much energy or volume inside this container, this glass. So what is it you're wanting to keep? What is it you're wanting to release so that you can bring in new opportunities that will really resonate or vibe with the glass container of your dreams that you are creating right now? But yes, new opportunities are coming in. And I see this kind of crescent moon. This is that waning moon. So almost 2 new moons. So between now and the eclipse, which is the next new moon, the eclipse, solar eclipse coming up on April 30th, there's going to be another opportunity coming in between now and the eclipse for you guys, that if you do some work now and clear out some stuff with this Libra full moon, you will have space in your life to take this beautiful, bright new opportunity. And this is not something most of you want to miss. This is something really exciting and part of your soul mission here. So do your due diligence. If that looks like cleaning out your car, like we talked about earlier, or doing some things off your to-do list that have been dragging you down, or decide you're not doing it at all, or do it. That's kind of like an ish or get off the pot situation with something or someone in your life right now. And you taking action on this thing, whatever it is, releasing it, or having that tough conversation, or facing the elephant in the room, whatever this is for you, it will bring in a new opportunity for you. Yay! Okay, collective reading. We did it. Oh, it's the new year in your culture now. Yes. And Aries season, per Vedic astrology, we're not even to Aries season yet. No, we are. Yes. Aries season and almost to Taurus season per Western astrology. We're about a week out, I think. But yes, I'm totally feeling the new year vibe. And I always thought as a child that, well, I think it's a new year to me in April because my birthday's in April. Well, April 28th, it's toward the end of the month. But I always thought, I just started about 13 minutes ago. We did a kind of expanded view on the full moon reading we did on Wednesday. So really, I think these two readings, Wednesday's collective reading here on this channel, and then this one, really do go hand in hand. I think Wednesday's reading did like a big overview, and this one kind of tuned into the details of this full moon energy. So yay, it's exciting. Some exciting stuff coming in very soon between now and the eclipse, aka April 30th. But yes, what I was saying is, as a child, I always felt like this should have been, April, the month of April should have been like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day should have been in April, because to me, that is when I really start feeling that new beginning. Oh, that's your birthday too, Nikki. That's so cool. I was born in 82, so it's a big year for me, turning 40 this year. Oh, that's so cool. It's always neat to meet other Bharani sun signs, specifically the Nakshatra of Bharani on April 28th. So cool. Ruled by Venus. Yes, we are. Bharani. Oh, they're born in April too, the 20th and the 21st. That's so neat. Thank you so much, Jamie. Yeah, it's coming quick. We're about 2 weeks away from my birthday. A little less than 2 weeks. All right, let's see. Put these ones away. And we had a donation come in from Kat, and we also have one from Jessica Lynn, I do believe, is the one who donated for that. So Kat, if you want to go ahead and post your question, my dear, we can get right into it, unless you already emailed me or whatever. Either way, that's cool. We'll roll right into it when I have your question. So I will update the list real quick. We've only got 2 donations thus far, so if you were wanting to make a donation, it should go pretty quick this morning or afternoon, wherever you're at. I think it's Jessica Lynn, so I'm just going to write it down that way. There we have it. And my stomach, if you can hear it growling, I apologize. I did not eat breakfast. I drank my tea, and that was that. And then I'm like, I need to wash my hair. So that's why I didn't come up on camera. Wet hair don't care. Wet dog. I got the wet dog look going on today. So I thought, I will eat as I do my taxes when I'm finished with the live stream. So if you hear my stomach grumbling, that I apologize. Okay, I'm gonna take a drink of my water though. I work myself into a thirst every time I talk. The squeakiest water bottle on YouTube. Okay, so Kat. It is Kat's turn, and then Jessica Lynn on deck. If it's Jessica Lynn, we got a Jessica that donated. Okay, so I've been daydreaming a lot about being a mom. LOL. So my question is the personality of my first child. Oh, cute. I like it. I like it a lot. Let me get my archetype deck. It's just right behind me here. That's a great one for what you're asking here. Okay, that one. And we'll just see if we can get any other information, of course, first starting with the tarot here. Kat's first child. Let's tune into this beautiful energy. I'm already getting a masculine energy. Doesn't necessarily mean that the child is a boy. If it is a female, she could, be a tomboy or just be very in her divine masculine, wanting to take action and make changes in the world. Let's see. We have Judgment. That's oh man, I always forget the Judgment card. Tarot Association or Astrological Association. But swords are your air signs. That would be your Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This one flipped crazy. Ooh, yeah, definite air sign. So air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising, or a combination. Could even be Venus. I'm actually really quickly going to look up the Judgment Astrological Association. I should know it. I wanted to say Aquarius, but I'm like, no, that ain't it. Judgment Tarot, if I could spell tarot sign. Zodiac sign. Okay. It is Libra. Okay. It's interesting because I first wanted to say Libra, then I wanted to say Aquarius, which, both air signs. So either way, we're good. And I didn't want to say Libra because I know Justice and Judgment are similar, but not quite the same. But I know Justice is ruled by Libra. But there we go. So Libra specifically, but air signs for days. Could be that they have an air sun and moon, or air ascendant and moon, or ascendant and sun. I think 2 of their main placements will be in air for sure, if not all 3. They could have a grand air trine. But yes, your child, they are very mentally active. They are in their head a lot. And again, I'm really sensing this masculine energy, but you as the mother are going to be the one to help this child cope with stress and anxiety. But this child has a beautiful, active imagination and does see spirit. I really do see spirit involved in this child's life. This child can see spirit from a very young age. And this is just you knowing this ahead of time so that you can help this child cope. Because if this child had parents or a parent that just didn't understand the spirit world, you just never know. You might put the child on medication or think that there's something wrong, or, this child's way too active of imagination. But it's not just that this child has a great imagination. The child is actually seeing beyond the veil. So gifted child, and this does come in from your family line. So I think, Kat, you yourself probably had a lot of spiritual activity as a child. I don't know if you had imaginary friends, or you just sensed things from a very young age. You could sense things, and this child gets this from your side of the family. But let's just get some personality traits. Well, we got prostitute, but again, don't worry, don't worry. This just accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. And this is that mental activity is, do I do what I want or do I do what other people expect me to do? That is the vibe you get with this. And sometimes that child might struggle with doing what they know is right and doing things to please other people, friend groups, family members. So being as authentic to what your child knows to be true and who they are and celebrating that authenticity will allow this child to really prosper and thrive and just be who they are. Beautiful energy. Hello, Sandy. Welcome, my dear. And Jessica Lynn, you're on deck next. And after that, our donation list is free. So anyone, free as in cleared, not free as in money. But I already did the free collective reading though. But yes, if you are wanting to send a donation, you still have time to do so. We've got Knight, loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. Yes, so the child is a very chivalrous, takes care of mom, that's for sure. This is someone who will always want to be close to their mother, but not in a codependent way. I see this child is very independent, but still very cares very much about you, Kat, which is great. Oh, you did have imaginary friends and many dreams, I think, of past lives as a child. Yeah, most likely. Interesting. We also have Mystic, which we've already tuned into this energy. Revels in intimate union with the divine. Yeah, your child's turned on and tuned in from day one, for sure. Oh, cool, Get-to-Leka. I'll get you on the list. I see we had one from Get-to-Leka and then Sandy right after that. So I will update. One more of these. And Detective. Yes, your child wants to know why. This is going to be a very inquisitive child with all that mental activity already going on. Your child's going to want to know, well, why? Why do we do these things? Why do we live this way? Why are those the laws? Why are those the rules? And you may not always have an answer, but you know what? That's okay. You can just tell your child, I'm not sure. I don't know. And that's going to be enough that this child may just do their own investigation about it. But it says here, great powers of observation and intuition, which go hand in hand with Mystic. Already discussed it here. Desire to seek out the truth. Yes, this child wants to know the true history, not just what they're told in school, but what actually happened. Did that even happen at all? Is this just a story basically put in the history book, which, just my own intuition and what I tuned into as a kid. History was very difficult for me as far as class wise because I could see through the holes in the stories. They literally were just that to me, stories. They were not truth. I don't see much truth in the actual written history books at all. At all. Like, that's just me though. I don't know if you guys have ever gotten that vibe that, like, I don't know if this is right. I don't even know if this ever even happened at all. I don't even know if what they're saying how happened is the way it happened. I just always have been that way. And your child, Kat, I think is going to be much the same and just thinking, that doesn't add up. No, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. So, like I've told my kids, it's like, just count history as almost like your English class where you're having to do a book report on something. Just treat it that way. If it doesn't resonate as real truth to you, you don't have to make it your truth. But yeah, you probably still have to take your test on it, which is it's silly the way that we try to participate in society. It's just silly. But your child might be like, why do we do these things? Why do we participate this way? It just doesn't make any sense because your child is, one of those children meant to come in and shake everything up for a new world. Absolutely. Okay. I want to get two more. Just anything else we need to know for Kat. First child. We got 7 of ink, illumination, accomplishment, realization, and pride. Yes. So again, your child is someone who has many epiphanies, many realizations, very accomplished as far as their intellect and knowledge. They are very, very intelligent, very intelligent. You may have, they're showing me like when your child's 10 years old, you might be like, man, my kid's already smarter than me. This is not fair. And then we have the end. So this is very cool. I love to see this in this position because this child is coming in to end a lot of generational trauma and just baggage, karma, generational ancestral karma and stuff. Cutting it out, completing it. And there are many like ancestral karmic wounds or traumas that you yourself, Kat, came in to work through and release, cut ties to, and finish in your family line as well. But your child is kind of cleaning up anything you didn't get to. and other children. I see you have at least 2 children. Potentially, free will rule the day as far as that goes. But if you want more, you can have more. If you want 2, you can have 2. If you want 1, you can have 1. It's up to you. But yeah, this is like this child, this might even be their final life on Earth. I think they've only had a handful of Earth lives because they are from very high, high up realms that we just barely can fathom as humans on this planet. But the soul of your child decided to come in one more time and get the job done. Let's just clean it up. We're done. Let's get it done. I hope that resonated for you, Kat. All right, Jessica Lynn, you're next. And I think you, yes, the donation was me. I just wanted to support you. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, all of your lovely donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019. So it'll be 3 years this summer that she's been out of her home. She's still living in a little camper, and hopefully soon, 2020 was not kind to most people, and the building prices, the home prices, everything just went sky high in my area, in my mom's area. It's just, we're just waiting. We're just saving and waiting, saving and waiting, saving and waiting. That's the name of our game right now. But hopefully sooner than later, all this saving will pay off and she can get in a home. Every little bit helps. Thank you so much. Okay, but she says, what does Spirit want me to know? And before we get into your question, Jessica Lynn, I did want to update our list real quick here. Real quick. So, Gitaleka and then Sandy. Right. We're cooking right on through. Okay, let me copy that. There we have it. Okay. So next on the donation chopping block, we got Jessica Lynn. What does Spirit have for her? Ooh, we got one coming in hot. 2 more of these. 2. Now there might be some confusion right now. We're just kind of unsure what your next steps are, or maybe there's just too many options, or you don't quite clearly see your options right now. But we got the Empress, so this is getting in that receptive energy, that divine feminine energy. Ooh, and Page of Pentacles. So there is a new beginning, new opportunity knocking on your door, but you're unsure if you should take it. That's, I think, where you're currently at. If this doesn't resonate yet, this is very near future. You will have a new opportunity coming in that you're still wondering, should I do this? Should I not? Or maybe this is something you've been wondering for a while and you still haven't taken action on it, but you can very soon if that's your case. This is Taurus energy here with the Empress. So this is Taurus season, which in Western astrology does start, I think, April 20th or April 21st. One of those two, I think, is the turning or cutoff point for Aries going into Taurus. And of course, Taurus will go for about a month. So Taurus season is when this opportunity will present itself. If it hasn't already, or if it has already, sorry, that's when you're taking action on it, if that makes sense. But yeah, you might be a little bit confused, a little unsure. There's so many options, or maybe right now you don't feel there are many options. But really, if you really examine things, you'll see there's a lot of options to what you're asking about or what you need to know. Or as far as opportunities go, you're just wondering, I don't really know what to do or how to go moving forward. Should I, like, Spirit's showing me kind of something that I kind of struggled with a while back was I want to publish this young adult paranormal / spiritual series that I'm writing. And I struggled between, do I self-publish this or do I try to traditionally publish this? And over time, like, I went back and forth, back and forth. One day I'm like, I'll definitely self-publishing. Next day I'm like, I'm definitely gonna query this and get an agent and do the traditional thing. And then the next day I'm back. You might have had a little back and forth, like, ooh, I'm definitely doing this. No, I'm definitely doing that. No, I'm definitely. There's at least 2 options, if not more, that you have available. But as time went on for me, it became very clear that trying to traditionally publish what I'm trying to write wouldn't work because there's just so much, I guess, political correctness with everything. And my book is set in the 90s, and things were a lot different in the 90s. And if I had to write a book set in the 90s through the lens of today's standards and expectations and, just things you can't, not that I'm being crude or anything, but just things were different. The way that my characters handle certain situations is much different than it would be today, where things are just absolutely accepted. And I just think that a traditionally published route would say, yeah, we can't do this because blah, blah, blah. And plus the whole spiritual concept, there's just nowhere that my book fits, in a pretty little package of a category. It's too many categories combined into one. And I keep hearing from my guides, this book needs to come forward and not be edited down to its bones. It needs to be told in a complete way. So there's something similar to what I was struggling to try to figure out and what you're trying to figure out. Make your choice from a place of love rather than fear is what I'm hearing with this. And don't sell yourself short just because you think, oh, I can't do this myself. I need other people to help. Yes, of course, we always do need others' input or advice or wisdom or help sometimes. But there's something that you are literally manifesting on your own, or you're taking the reins of your own life or your own decision or your own career or your own choice in something that you're going to have this new opportunity come in and you're going to be able to take it and feel very good about the direction you're going. Because this person looks very relaxed. They're not in a hurry to go anywhere. They've got their opportunity. There's no fear about, oh no, I'm going to miss out, or, oh, what are they doing over there? No, you're very just relaxed and very focused on what you're doing. And you're walking forward with this guy. He always reminds me of Michael Jackson. And my autofocus isn't on, so you can't really see a clear picture of it. But his face looks very Michael Jackson-esque. But the brim of his hat is covering his eyes. Yet he's still very comfortable to be walking forward. So it's like he's using his spiritual sight. You're using your spiritual sight, your inner wisdom, your inner knowledge, your intuition to make these choices, to know what opportunities are best for you, and how to move forward. Okay, what else for Jessica Lynn? Please, Spirit. I'm excited. I'm very intrigued about what you got going on here. This is exciting. You're going to know. Your intuition knows. I just heard mother knows best. And I don't even know if you have children, but this is, you mothering your own inner child. This could even have been something that you wanted to do as a child and never did. And now you're like, why not? Why not do it? We have here the two of thread twine, agreement, symbiosis, and compromise. And remember what we said about compromise earlier. Yes, there are certain times we do need people to help us, but there are other, key principles or values that you shouldn't compromise on. This is you finding the balance between what should I compromise on and what is non-negotiable. What is, I need it this way or else in whatever decisions you're trying to make. Ooh, this might have to do about children or, the future of future children, something like this, because we've got the mother and the baby, the child, vulnerability, needs, and potential. But if this doesn't resonate as your child, this could be like a book baby. Like I was talking about my book baby, my series. This could be, a passion project, a business idea. This is the seed that you plant or, that's planted within you that you, give birth to and that is out in the world. That's beautiful. And then 6 of paper, glue, mending, healing, and reconciliation. So this could even, like I said, something you wanted to do as a child is coming full circle, or an idea that you put on a back burner is coming full circle, or an idea you thought, oh, that will never be possible for me. It's coming back full circle yet again, so that you can reconcile and decide, you know what? No, I am going to do this, or definitely not going to do this, whatever it is for you. But you're taking your, decision-making ability by the reins and deciding, I'm doing it, whatever that it is. And I think this could be taken 2 or 3 different ways, again, because we've got the 7 of cups. You could take this 7 or more different ways. But there's at least maybe 2 things you're thinking of that this could resonate with. And you might have to listen to it again, thinking of just one of them, and then again, thinking of just the other to really get the picture that Spirit's trying to paint for you. And then here we've got this baby here is sleeping, and then we got relaxation, and they're reading a book. So much book symbolism going on. So I don't know if you're, learning things from a book or writing a book or reading a book. I don't know. Or just the need to, read the book of your own life. But we have freedom. Yeah. And again, that's what this represents. You taking action on something is going to create freedom in your life because you're doing it your way. You're not compromising on things that insult you or aren't, maybe they worked for a while, but you have determined I'm worth more than this or I'm better than this. And you're flying the coop on something. You might be walking away from someone or something that's making you feel small or making you feel like you have to continue to play small to still be in this person's life or this situation's world, if that makes sense. But relaxation, this is the key to help you really tune in to what is it I need to do? How can I cut this confusion and really focus on what is meant for me? And again, I see this as this, the clarity that you need with this confusion here is coming in for you during Taurus season, Jessica. All right, so I hope that resonated for you. Very interesting reading. They kind of wanted to leave it open-ended. Like they gave lots of little examples, but you could have taken this 7 different ways. And I hope it resonated for you. And it might even make more sense. Very interesting. They're saying now, it might even make more sense to you come Taurus season, or like in the midst of Taurus season, or even right after Taurus season. So you might want to bookmark this video or save it to a playlist or something so you can come back and watch it again, Jessica, because I think there's going to be little hidden gems that don't make sense now that will during Taurus season. If that makes sense to you. They're being cryptic, but hey, I'm here for it. I love when Spirit speaks in code. Okay, so up next, we've got Get to Lekka. And Marianne, you donated as well. So we've got, let me update our list. So we got Get to Lekka, then Just Sandy, and then Mary Ann K. Thank you so much for your donations, everyone. Mary Ann K. Okay. There we are. Oh, I didn't spell Ray right. Get to Lekka, R-A-Y, not R-Y-A. There we have it. There's our list. Okay. We will get, I see your question there, Mary Ann. So if you just want to hang on for just a few more questions here, I can scroll back up and get that from you. But we have here, for Get to Lekka right question, general messages or guidance on what Spirit wants me to know. Awesome. Let's find out. Get to Lekka. What does Spirit want her to know? I apologize if the shuffling is too loud, if you're wearing headphones or something. It makes sense. Yes. Thanks. Okay, cool. I'm glad. All right. Ooh, Get to Lekka. What does she need to know? Message from Spirit. General guidance. Spirit want Get to Lekka to know. Okay. We got some. Ooh, there is some confusion on the bottom. We just had this with Jessica's question. Yeah, there's clarity coming in though, because it's on the bottom of the deck. So I do see this as clarity coming in. And of course we get Black Newman, which I may have drawn this card one other time. Let me grab my book. So I'm going to read out of the book what this one means, because it's specific to this White Newman deck. I think it's kind of the more shadow side of the White Newman, if I remember correctly. But I want to get specific with it for you. So let me stack. Hopefully those don't fall. Just out of the way for a second. Okay, and I know it's at the back of the book. Okay, so void, pending loss, corrosion. The two Newmen face their own extinction. Two branches upside down, just about to burn into the sacred fire. The world is about to be spun upside down, and yet they still guard their altar, which drowns slowly into the depths. Once absorbed by the haze, their sacred nature shall depart, simply beasts once more, still with the promise of a re-encounter of the divine. The Black Newman symbolizes clinging onto causes that may seem lost. Distraction and confusion. That's that confusion we tuned into right there. A challenge to faith with the knowledge that it shall return. So it's a very death card energy, which again, nothing to fear. This is just a transition. Closing one thing out, starting something new. I love this here in combination with the other two cards that you have, because this is about taking action in a new direction and taking a leadership role or taking control or command of your own happiness, your own just peace of mind and your life, the direction your life is going. And again, stress levels, this person is, and snakes do represent healing. So it's like you're trying to get ahead of your own healing. And I don't really read this so much as physical health, is more mental health and just stress levels and anxiety and things like this. But this is you getting a handle on it, allowing that overburdened energy that we got for you. I think it was Wednesday, that overburdened energy that you had, of overwhelm and just overworked and all of this. You're leaving that cycle behind and taking a little bit better care of your mental health and your energy levels and making plans for the future as well. So So let's see what else is coming in. But yeah, you're closing out a cycle that feels very confusing and just stressful. Then we have the book, Identity, Consciousness, and Manifest. Yeah. And I'm reading this almost like the book of life. That's kind of how they're presenting this. The book of life to, make your goals, make your dreams, and then make it happen. It's like, what Sandy always says, make a wish and then make it happen. Because we can wish and want all day long, but if we don't take action in the direction of the life we want, it will never come to fruition. And this is about you setting intentions so that you can then take action. But if we, there's nothing wrong with being in the flow of life. But sometimes when we are just not having any kind of intention or sense of direction, which can happen with that 7 of Cups that was on the back there, we can feel like more like life is happening to us rather than for us. But when we can set intentions and kind of steer the boat in the river of life, the flow of life, we feel a little bit more in control and, part of the process of co-creating our reality rather than just allowing it to be created for us. And that's kind of the direction you're going, is just identifying what's not working in your life and what is, and what are steps you can take or habits you can form that will get you on the trajectory that you want to be on, and help you identify bad habits or just things that aren't serving your highest potential that you can cut out and expand, that energy of like new opportunity. Because when we, like I was saying in the collective reading, when we fill that glass all the way to the top, nothing new can come in. But if you, release some bad habits and things that stress you out, and find better ways of coping with heavy workloads and things like this, you can free up some energy or space within that cup to allow new opportunities to come in. And then we have the moon, cycles, cleansing, and destiny. And it is the full moon tomorrow. So I think this full moon is a pretty pivotal point for you, Gitaleka. And again, this is happening in both the Vedic and Western sign of Libra, Chitra Nakshatra. And this is, that bright, shiny star. It's called the bright one. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a nakshatra ruled by Vishnu. I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me. Maybe look into Chitra Nakshatra if you feel so inclined. You don't have to, but this is a bright, shiny nakshatra. This is recognition. This is being noticed. So there is this sense of closing out these old cycles where you felt walked on or not given the credit where credit was due with you. Oh, you didn't get good sleep last night, getting anxious, dreams of the office. Yeah, it's even following you into your dreams. And that's kind of what we got going on here. It's like, even when you're trying to sleep and rest, the office follows you home. But you're working through something. You're working through this stress and overwhelm. But yeah, then we have the 6 of paper, glue, mending, healing, and reconciliation. Yeah, you're reconciling all that mental energy and dream time energy you're spent even at the office. Even when you're not at the office, it's like you're still at the office. Oh, you are a worshiper of Lord Vishnu, Krishna. Yes, let me just look up who. Actually, I'm in my nakshatra book over here. I can look it up real quick. Then you don't have to look it up. Where did I put it, though? Present yourself, nakshatra book. There it is. Okay, so we've got here the nakshatras. We'll find Chitra. It's before Swati, I know that. Number 14. Yes, so this goes from 23 degrees, 20 seconds of Libra to 6 degrees, 40 seconds, Virgo to 6 degrees, 40 seconds of Libra. Let's see who it's ruled by. I just want to make sure I got that right. Let's see. So the symbol is the pearl or bright jewel. Ruling planet is Mars. Where's the deity? Oh, it's the celestial architect. So it's Tavashtar. I think that's how you say it. So it's a tamasic quality to this, and the direction is the west. The ancient symbol is female tiger. So it's a Kama nakshatra, desire nakshatra. So yeah, it's the celestial architect. So it's not Vishnu. That must be one of my other main placements was Vishnu. I can't remember at this point. Yeah, but that, you can look into that. If you don't know who that is, the celestial architect, you could probably Google that and figure out. Where is my, back to my live stream? There we are. Usually on the full moon, Lord Vishnu. Oh, Narayan, yeah, is worshipped. Okay, well then absolutely go in that direction, and this will really benefit. benefit you to, feel like you have someone on your side to co-create with. Co-create a less stressful life, a life that feels a lot more where you have some breathing room, some wiggle room. You're not stressed and overworked and just on the go and busy and even dreaming about work at night, because you deserve a break. You do deserve a rest. And I really do see this being able to possibly have a vacation day. You can't take a full, like, long vacation. Taking a vacation day or a day that you have off of work and not doing anything and just really allowing yourself to rest and heal. Because going at the rate that you've been going, I think is really, it's been stressful for you. Yeah. And this is interesting too with the moon here. There's a full moon here. Cycles, cleansing, and destiny. And we have the release here. So releasing the cycles or the loops or, the habits or the things that you do that are just way too stressful or way too heavy to carry. But through this full moon and, just moving ahead, moving forward, your guides want you to know that you have that innate wisdom of the universe within you, and that book of life that is within you. But you, calling to Vishnu, calling to Krishna, calling to whoever it is, this is you really calling to yourself, that inner piece of you, because on a soul level, we are all one. We are all connected. We are all fractals of the source of all that is. So really, Vishnu is just part of you. Source is part of you. Your neighbor is part of you. But of course, we always forget this when we're in our individual bodies, right? But this is you coming back home to yourself and realizing that you don't have to do it all in one day. This is about breaking things down into more like bite-sized chunks. So where you're not overdoing it, chewing so much that your jaw hurts as far as workload goes. But yeah, there is this break in like workflow coming up. So either you are taking a break or there's maybe you're kind of forced to take a break in some way. So I would rather, with what I see here, I would rather you be the one to consciously make the choice to take a break and have just a vacation day, or, have that conversation with the higher ups to say, I'm only one person. I can't do all of this every single day and keep going without like literally burning myself out. This is you taking action as the leader or authority over what you know is possible for you in a given 24-hour day. And still allowing yourself time to heal, rejuvenate, recuperate. And you can't even, like lately, probably haven't even been able to do that at night because the office follows you into your dreams. But that's not your fault. That's just, you care. You really are invested in what you do and you care. So of course it's gonna, be a part of your even sleeping life. But you are gaining wisdom through this lesson of feeling very overwhelmed and overworked. You're learning a lot of lessons through this. And I'm hearing, though, what you allow will continue. So if you do just, put your head down and just try to continue to do what you do, I think eventually you will burn out. But if you do speak up for yourself and say, I need help or it's too much, I love what I'm doing, I like learning, but it's just at a capacity I can't maintain long term and keep my mental health. I think that will earn you a lot of respect, because we are not machines. We are humans. And if you can just, close out that feeling or need or just kind of where you've been lately of feeling like you have to prove yourself over and above what you're even should be capable of day to day. I think just you putting in a hard day's work, just a normal work day is more than enough. But I think there may be some, I guess just you a lot of times maybe feel like you have to prove your worth to people. I think your worth really does speak for itself already. This might even be a past life thing where you just always had to feel like you had to prove yourself to people so that they would know you were a good person or know you were a hard worker or know you were intelligent, whatever it is, rather than just allowing your qualities to shine through in your actions and words and what you do, if that makes sense. Which I guess actions and what you do are the same thing. But yeah, this looks good because you are learning to trust yourself through this process and knowing how to balance, taking care of myself, taking care of stuff at work, taking care of myself, taking care of stuff at work. All right, get to luck. I hope that resonated for you. I just dropped some of that deck over there. Oh, well, we're not really using that one today, so it doesn't matter. All right, we're going to put that one. There it is. All right, so up next we got Just Cindy and then Mary Ann. We're cooking right on through. So Just Sandy. How you doing? How you doing, Sandy? Nothing happened yet. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to tune in. We're going to see if they can give you some action steps to take and figure out how Sandy, sweet little Sandy, can get this ball rolling for a permanent housing situation for herself. And just a less stress-free zone for herself would be great. Please, Spirit. All hands on deck, Spirit. We need advice for Sandy. What can she do, please, Spirit, to get the ball rolling on this housing situation? What can Sandy do? Any words of wisdom, advice, just anything you need to let us know here for Sandy. And those two. Ooh, and this one. When they call out, I gotta take them. Okay, we start here. And let's see what was on the back of the deck. We got, ooh, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is just feeling like I don't know what to do. I can't stay here. It's like that closing time song by, I think it was called Supersonic. If I remember the name of, they were kind of one-hit wonders, but it's like, it's closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here is part of the lyrics of the song. It's like, well, I don't know where home is or where home is gonna be. So yes, that's your current energy. So I can totally see why that's your question today. But we got the Page of Wands. So there's some news coming in. There's some news about a place or something that you can take action on, because wands are all about that action, taking action. And we have the moon. So right now, quite possibly, that still might be like, the moon takes time to wax and then wane again, and then wax and then wane again and become full and illuminate. But when it's a new moon, that means the moon and the sun are together. So we don't see the moon at night and it's very dark. And that might be what you're feeling right now, even though it's the full moon tonight, or tomorrow. Literally, it's like the full moon is coming out to illuminate. So I think this full moon in Libra for you, Sandy, is helping to illuminate something, to help bring news in. Maybe even if you just lit a candle with this is a little torch that's lit here. Literally lighting a little candle and saying, okay, universe, I'm listening. Okay, Spirit, I'm listening. Please send news of my next home. I'm ready. I'm willing. What are my next steps? What do I need to do? And literally asking them, I just need a little help around here. Literally asking them, what is it I do? But look, we've got the 3 of Pentacles, so you're going to have help. This isn't something you're going to have to do on your own. Of course, I see Ryan stepping up to help. I see Spirit stepping up to help. Other people in the community possibly stepping up to help. You don't have to do this alone. So I think that's where maybe the block has been for you, is it just seems so overwhelming. It's like you know all the stuff that has to be done. First, locating the place. Second, boxing everything that you own up to move it to said place. And it's like the stress of the whole event is kind of overshadowing rather than, just taking it one step at a time. So Spirit's kind of showing me you writing out, of course, your big goal is to move with like 14 exclamation points behind it. Move. That is your goal. Yes, it is. But let's break that goal down into smaller, bite-sized chunks, kind of like we were talking about with Gitaleka. Something more palatable and easy to chew. Maybe if you start boxing things up, I don't know, you may have already started doing this, but Spirit's showing me you start boxing up kind of non-essential things that kind of lets the universe know, hey, I'm serious about getting the heck out of here. And please, Spirit, lighting that candle too, please, Spirit, show me my next home. Please bring my next home to my awareness. Please make this happen. Please line this up. And this will happen much sooner. Yes, because you're walking away. You are walking away from this home. This is leaving behind something you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and emotional investment into. You thought for a while this was your forever home, and then it wasn't. I mean, maybe it possibly still is, but I mean, the writing was kind of on the wall with the big reading we did for your birthday that it's probably not in your greatest interest to stay in this place because the energy of the whole place has really gone stagnant for you. Not to say you can't revive it, but I really see your best opportunity is to move somewhere completely new, a fresh new start, inspired by Spirit. That's what the Page of Wands is. It's also that news. That news that you need. And there's your new beginning. This is literally moving to a new location, because this is the material world that the Pentacles deals with, and moving to a new location. And this is, aces are a brand new energy, brand new opportunities, fresh start. So really, it's like this Page of Wands has taken this Ace of Pentacles to the bank. This person has put their feelers out, asked Spirit for help, and they have located a place. So we do have some Earth energy here. So this would indicate Taurus season, which is coming up next week in Western astrology. Taurus season kicks off. It's that bull season. Let's see. I'm thinking I want to switch decks for the next question at hand. Let's see. Let's start with this, I guess, and then we'll move into a different deck. Anything else she needs to know about her steps to get this moving show on the road, please, Spirit? They're saying take both of those. Okay. So we have wonders and transformation. So wonders. I think this is not just you sitting around wondering, like, well, where is this place going to come out of? Left field? Because I don't see any places available right now. This is more being in wonder or awe of the universe. That's how I see this. And you just kind of surrendering to the divine to make this thing happen for you. Instead of stressing out that it hasn't happened yet, just be open to the fact that it will open and happen when the time is right. Because divine timing, I think, is at play here. And maybe the place that you're meant to be in, someone is still living there. Or, the timing just isn't quite right yet. But again, you taking action steps toward letting the universe know you're serious about this move by starting to pack things, by lighting that candle or setting intentions, or, kind of brain dumping all the different steps you need to take to get you from where you're at to completely moved in somewhere else, and just kind of writing out those steps and then starting to take action in that direction can help make this transformation take place. Because to me, you feel like you're partway there with a lot of what you've done, and what you want to do is still kind of hanging in the balance. But this to me feels like cocoon energy. It's very uncomfortable because you don't know the future. It's uncomfortable because the past can't remain the way it was, and you don't have the answer for the future. So it's a very uncomfortable energy to be in. And who knows? We're not in the minds of those caterpillars that then turn into the chrysalis, turn themselves into goo. We're not in their minds to know, like, are they scared? Do they know that they're going to become this beautiful butterfly? Like, we don't know. But if you can have faith that the universe will take care of you, if you take care of you, which you've been doing a pretty good job since, 70 plus years, you've been taking care of you because you're still here, Sandy. So if you can continue to take care of you, the universe will step in and take care of you and put you on the path that is meant for you. That's really what I'm hearing here. Okay, they're telling me a specific deck I don't think I have out. No, I do. I think this is it. Let me just look at the artwork on this and see that this is it. That's not it. I think it's this one underneath it all. Let me shift my cards. Ah! Did you hear all those cards hit the floor? Okay, we're going to ignore that until the live stream's over. Good thing they're not cards I need. Okay, I think this is the deck I want. I think, yeah. Okay, because they showed me a specific card in my mind's eye. It was the home card. I think it's in this deck. So that indicated to me I needed to use this deck. Okay, so what does Sandy need to know? Actions she can take. Let's make this. She's made her wish. Now let's make it happen, Spirit. What does Sandy need to know or do or be or say? What does she need to do to get into a new home? We got here falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy. So this is really leaning on Spirit. So maybe you've really been trying to do everything yourself, or take on the burden of just the material world without bringing in the spiritual world. And we've got the number 19 here, which adds up to 10. So there is a new beginning where you have more access to your spiritual life and light. That's your life, LOL. And then the crossing initiation. So look, we've got the 54, which adds up to 9, closing out a cycle. And then the 10, the new beginning. So leaving the place you're at now to go somewhere new. I almost want to just do this because that's really how it is. But this is leading you, that you're leaving this behind, and it's leading you to the new beginning. But calling Spirit in to help is really going to benefit you a lot. But we have your benefactor on the back of the deck. Oh, there goes my camera. Okay, there we go. We've got benefactor on the back of the deck with a 3. So this is collaboration, coming together, completion, culmination of action steps to finish a project or to finish part of a project, like a big milestone, and then keep going, start something new. But benefactor is grace and generosity. So spirit is going to be generous, and others in your life are going to be generous to find this place, present this place, and get you in this place. That's how I see it. Let's just see if we can get one more. Any other actions or advice, wisdom, guidance Sandy needs to get this move show on the road. Oh, they're giving me 2. Okay. All right. Ooh, fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. That's exactly what we were talking about. Divine timing is really at play. I don't know that the person or people that currently are in your place are out of it yet. The place you're going to be moving to. I see maybe someone's still there, but fortune's wheel. The luck and right timing with the wheel of fortune here. But look, fortune's wheel, benefactor. This is all good news. This is good changes, big changes coming in to help you. And look, horned cactus with resourcefulness. So you're going to be really resourceful with what you already have, the knowledge you already have, the materials that are at your disposal to make this move. Just starting getting packing boxes and start packing the non-essentials. Because again, I think that's going to be the tipping point to let the universe know I'm ready to get on this timeline. And then that'll let the people that are in your the home that you're going to be in later know, oh, we better move. We're feeling this pull to go somewhere else, just the same way you're feeling a pull to go somewhere else. They're going to start feeling it because you've put I'm serious, universe. I'm packing my bags. I'm ready to go. But yeah, this is you initiating these changes by showing up and, packing your bags. Literally packing your bags. I don't know if you've done much of that yet, but I'd get real serious about it. Of course, leave out the things that you need day to day for, say, the next 2-3 months. But I don't see you being there that much longer if you start taking initiative, similar roots on these words, to also call spirit in, especially if you've been really caught up in your mind or your stress about the move. Literally taking it back to basics and surrender. This is a state of surrender, being in yes, you're taking action by, lighting that candle, saying, universe, I'm ready, and then starting to pack your bags, but also being in that receptive or feminine energy of, I'm trusting that when the time is right, I will be able to make the move. But wouldn't it be better, Sandy, if you had things packed and ready to go, that when you found out about this place, you wouldn't have to delay much because you're ready to go, rather than, just leaving everything where it is now, and then you get the place and now there's the added stress of having to pack everything instead of just half of it. The half you're using, and then the half that you've, kind of packed away, ready to go, is already ready to go. And spirit's even showing maybe purging some things, giving some things away, donating some things to kind of lighten your load. Because a lot of times too, when we have a lot of stuff, and I'm calling myself out too, Sandy, this is not spirit attacking you in any way. They're attacking me if they're attacking you. Because I know I need to do the same thing in my garage. Because I've said it multiple times here on this channel. Except baby clothes, because I did give a bunch of those to my brother. But probably age 6 months all the way to age 11. Boys' clothing sizes. I have every single thing that my kids have ever worn that wasn't just complete rags, and we threw it away in totes in my garage, plus every bike they've ever had, most of the toys, not all, but probably at least half of the toys they've ever had, their old, baby swings and stuff. I think I gave a lot of that to my brother, but there's a lot of stuff they've outgrown, and I've outgrown, things from my old photography business and stuff that I know I can get rid of. I just haven't done it yet. And you might have a whole bunch of things that you're thinking in your head, Sandy, oh, I could probably get rid of this. I could probably get rid of that. I could probably get rid of this. Get rid of it. And the spirit's like, Amanda, take your own advice. Take our advice too. Yes. Get rid of it, because that'll start freeing up energy to create this new beginning you're waiting for. So getting rid of literal physical items. I know it sounds kind of weird. How is me getting rid of some clutter actually going to open up new opportunities in my life? Seriously, try it. I had firsthand knowledge of this when I first did the life-changing magic of tidying up. with Marie Kondo in early 2016, like starting January 1st, 2016, all the way through May, I was just doing it category by category by category. And boy, that really kicked off my spiritual awakening. I'll tell you what, it energetically freed up so much for me. And I didn't even finish the process, but I think if I can get that process finished for myself, we'll all raise to new heights if we can just clear the physical clutter, clear the mental clutter to allow that new energy to come in. It's much like that analogy I used at the beginning. If you missed the collective reading, Sandy, about the glass, you can only fill that glass to capacity and then it's overflowing. But if you want a new opportunity to come in, it's just going to flow right over because you can't pour it into the cup. But if you remove the clutter and, the habits and the whatever that aren't serving you and get it out of that cup, that'll free up some space. And then you can, something can flow into that. Opportunities can flow into that. So that's kind of what Spirit's lining up for you as far as getting the ball rolling on this move. Literally act as if you already have a place and start packing. At least just pack the stuff that isn't like, I need that in 2 months or 3 months. Just pack that extraneous, stuff. And label it well in case you need it. But again, we're setting intentions that you will be unpacking it when you move, not because you've been here so long and now you need to unpack it because you're still here. You know what I'm saying? So set those intentions and tell Spirit, I'm serious. Let's get this show on the road, Spirit. Sandy's ready to move. Yep. And I can really take a lot of this advice myself because I've been wanting to move out of this place since about 2012. I've known that, back in 2012, I still wanted 3 kids. Yet 2012 Amanda even knew back then that I can't fit 3 kids in this house. Where am I going to put the 3rd one? On the roof? So what did that mean? I didn't get things together and lined up enough that I was able to have that 3rd kid because, well, I won't say that's the only reason. I realized 2 is more than enough for me to handle. If not, it's just right. Not that they're too much. No, they're not too much. There are days, though, as a mom. Moms out there, can you relate? But no, I think 2 is my sweet spot as far as this lifetime with kids. But yes, this is just knowing what we can take on and not taking on more than that. Even if you're tired, just packing away and decluttering and purging things that you don't need. Even if you kind of shop your house as a more, what don't I want? Oh, I don't want that. Okay, let me go in this room. Okay, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Before you know it, you've got a big box of stuff that you don't want. That's less stuff to pick through later when you're packing and moving. You're so welcome, Sandy. Let's get you moved. Let's do that. I'm really hoping that this is going to happen for you sooner than later because I know for a while you've been wanting this to be the thing. So let's get it going for Sandy, Spirit, please. If we could all just send a positive little nudge to Spirit that Sandy's ready for her next new journey in a new place, that would be awesome. All right, Marianne K., it's your turn, my dear. Go ahead and post your question, and we'll get right into it. Get all my stuff as organized as I can here, because I got 2.5 different decks on the floor here now. Oh, well. Ryan said he loved you. I love you too, Ryan. You have a beautiful day. Take care of that wonderful, pretty princess for us. I love you, Sandy, if I can call you pretty princess. All right. Marianne K., that's right. She had her question posted above, and I'm going to scroll up. It wasn't too far ago. I hope she's here to hear it for my question, just in case, so I'm going to timestamp. 108:53, Marianne K. 108:53. You write it down. 108:53, Marianne K. Okay. So, for her question, she wanted to know what I need to know for the rest of the month. Curious if my guides have any messages that I'm not paying attention to. I love it. Let's find out for Marianne K. Please, Spirit. What does she need to know for the rest of the month? Anything, any information that she's just not paying attention to? Anything she needs to know? Okay, 1. We got 2. We got 3. Ooh. Yeah, there may be a little bit of indecision or confusion, just unsure what to do next. And that one. Okay. What do we have? So the first one that came out was Three of Pentacles. So there's some help coming in, or collaboration, or working with someone to get something done. Common goal. Also Queen of Cups. So this is your intuition. Trusting your intuition. They're sending you a lot of signs. This could be something you're working on with someone else. Could even be something going on in your home where you're wanting a little more participation from people in the home. And also Knight of Swords. So there's communication and being able to move forward with something. But I think there might be something you're confused about or unsure about. But the balance of it is there's 3 blind eyes here. There's 3 open and seeing eyes here. I don't know if we can see that. I think if I zoom in, it's there. Oh, cool. We can see it. So 3 blind eyes, if you can include that 3rd eye. And then these are open and clear seeing, it appears to be. So yeah, this is going from, oh, and there it goes. Let me fix this. I knew if I did it, it would do something crazy. There we go. Where was I zoomed to? About there. Okay, I think we're focused. So yeah, this is you getting clarity on something over this next month. Because again, they're really highlighting Taurus season, which does start next week. You know, to help finish you out this month, you will end this month in Taurus season. So I'm seeing you will get some clarity. I'm going to get a clarifier on this, but I'm thinking your intuition. There we go. Ooh, King of Swords. Yeah, this is definite clarity because the King of Swords has that Ace of Swords, which is the clarity card. He has it right there in his hand. So you're replacing this confusion by the end of the month with clarity, but just literally being on a high alert for any message from Spirit. Specific numbers they send to you. I've got 1112 on my clock right now, which is progression. You know, normally you'll see 1111, but we're going from 1111 to 1112. So there's progression here. You're going to progress through anything that's been confusing to you, Mary Ann, and be able to use your intuition to make the best choice for yourself. And I see if you have been really emotional, this is a big purge or a big cleansing that's going on for you to elevate your vibration and to be able to take on more of your own soul, you know, light, your light body, be able to bring on more of your spiritual gifts, bring in more of your light, because you are, this to me feels like you're getting constant communication with your guides, even if you don't realize it. They're talking to you. If you're flipping channels, like snippets of dialogue you hear on the channel, it's a message to you. The numbers on the clock, a message to you. Something someone says in the grocery store, a message to you. So just be listening very diligently. You might even have a lot of ringing in your ears. But yeah, trust, body, and catharsis. So this is all about trusting the signs, trusting your intuition, and trusting your body. So when you get the chills, that's Spirit next to you or very close to you. When you feel, you know, like that ringing in your ears or maybe even heart palpitations, this is Spirit in communication with you. And this is your body upgrading. This is your cells, your DNA. Your very DNA is upgrading right now. As a whole on the planet, that's happening. But I see this has really been an emotional roller coaster for you, or maybe it will be between now and the next moon cycle, which is the new moon on April 30th. So 2 weeks from now, a little more than 2 weeks from now. April 30th is the solar eclipse. So you're doing a lot of emotional purging. Maybe you're thinking or having dreams of people from your past. This to me feels like, though, again, with that glass analogy I used at the beginning, if you missed it with the collective reading, first 13 or so minutes, is about releasing what's no longer serving so that you have room for these new opportunities. This has been a major theme today. And it's very interesting because these 3 of ink little well card here, they're all dumping their excess into this swirl. And it's almost like this is, you know, everything that all of us as humans don't want, don't need, energetically speaking, we can release that. It's not going to hurt someone else for us to release bad habits or, you know, toxic relationships or a job that sucks the soul out of us. It's not going to hurt the universe for us to let go of that, because the universe can transmute and alchemize anything that is, you know, what we would as humans deem negative. Yeah, this is you being able to focus on the abundance in your life, the joy in your life, and the resources you have on hand. It's a very Empress energy I'm getting with this Three of Ink card. But also trusting your body. And the Queen of Cups, very intuitive. She's very tuned into her emotions and her body. And she's nurturing. She's mothering her own inner child or her own children if she has them. Like, this is the vibe that you are, encompassing. But also balancing that out with the clarification of that Two of Swords underneath here with this King of Swords. So this is being in that receptive mode to know what your next steps are, using your intuition, and then taking action in the direction that you feel is right for you, Marianne. Okay, let's get a couple of these cards. Additional guidance. Anything Marianne needs to know. Rest of the month, please, Spirit. Yeah, pleasure. This is opening you to more fun, more pleasure. I mean, they're literally dancing under the stars. I mean, how fun is that? That's not something you do every day. We probably should, because we'd be much happier humans if we played more. So this is all about inner child. I mean, we've got a baby fawn here, a little baby deer. And this is about taking the steps toward reuniting with your inner child. And if you have children who still live at home, really, really focusing your attention on them and tuning into them and letting them know you love them. And even the ones if you have children that don't live at home, I mean, that's, and if you don't have children at all, inner child vibes, nieces, nephews, whatever resonates most. But then we have Gateway, which this little guy came out in our collective reading. So I think there just might be, Marianne, a message for you in the collective reading I did the first 13 or so minutes of this live stream. But this full moon, the rest of this month leading up to the eclipse, is acting as this gateway or this portal for you to step into a higher version of yourself. And again, you don't have to do it alone. You have help. You have your guides, your angels, your crossed over loved ones, your own higher self, source themselves, God, whatever you call to, is helping facilitate the changes to release what's no longer serving or what's been toxic to you, doing that healing specifically of the childhood or the inner child, maybe even possibly past life stuff, to really help you get in an authority role in your own life, which is exciting. And what it's bringing you is more abundance, more joy, and more resourcefulness and pleasure, happiness, trust in your own body, trust in your own intuition, which is beautiful. I don't feel this is complete yet, though. So let me shop around for another deck. Where did that one go? That one fell there. Okay. Well, we're talking about this gateway. Let's go to the gateway activation oracle cards. What gateway specifically is activating for Marianne, please, Spirit? And I think Marianne is our last donation. So anyone who's wanting to get in under the radar here before we close out, feel free to donate. And we will get right into your question after Marianne. Okay, that's too many, but we're taking the top one. Stars aligned, star gathering, literally under the stars, getting out under the stars, watching the stars. I don't know if that's something you really enjoyed as a child, Marianne, but it's something your inner child would really love for you to do. Or maybe it's something you already enjoy doing. Just keep doing more of it. But this is remembering home. This is soul family. This is the stars aligning. This is you reuniting with soul family. Working with people in your soul family. Maybe even if it's just in the astral realm or, when you're asleep. But then we have Shambhala initiations, retreating to recharge, trusting the process. There's that trust again. And Dharma. Yeah, this is trusting the process of your ascension, of your upgrades, of your, spiritual path. But you need to retreat or get in that divine feminine receptive rest energy so you can recharge your batteries and take action in this more embodied, spiritual embodied direction. All right, one more. And then stellar gateway activation. So you have two words of gateway here. And then you got the stars here, the stars here. But this is infinite potential and a manifestation vortex. You already had the abundance here. And they have created a vortex with their inks here. So much is being mirrored and acting as symbols. So maybe any symbol that we talked about here, we had that baby deer, we had derpy unicorn, we have the pyramids, we have stars. These might be little signs, symbols, and synchronicities that Spirit will be sending you between now and the rest of this month. May even be the colors red, blue, and yellow, or seeing a combination of red, blue, and yellow together because they're swirling together here. Divine feminine qualities, divine masculine qualities, these are all signs and symbols Spirit will be sending you the rest of the month, Marianne. But yeah, you are really in a way or a good place to be able to manifest what you want. So get in the zone. Get in the zone if you can, Marianne, and manifest your dream. And then, of course, don't just wish for it to happen. Start taking action in that direction, which I think you're already on the move. You're already, once you get that clarity that you were seeking here with a little bit of confusion you may have going on right now or in the very, very near future, but by the end of the month, you're off to the races. You're on the path, on the mission. All right, Marianne, I hope that resonated for you. I'm gonna have to remind myself to make this comment for her so she can see her reading, because I don't know if she is still here, but she did leave her question above and I got it. So it's here, it's recorded, she can see it. All right, well, I hope that resonated for you, wonderful Mary Ann. Thanks again for your lovely donation. And that's it, I believe. Let me just double check PayPal. Nope, we're still at Mary Ann. So yes, that is going to do us for the rest of this live stream today. But I will be back again on Friday. Patrons, if any of my patrons are here, come hang out with us tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. If you can, we are having what I'm calling the last-ditch effort of Patreon. If no one shows up, I will take that as my sign from the universe that Patreon is just not going to continue. But, again, like I said, I'm probably going to be bringing my weekly readings to YouTube memberships and doing the weekly reading there. Because I think that will be a better way for people to get notified. Patreon just is not notifying people. And what I did to kind of counteract that non-alertedness of Patreon, oh, you have to work. I figured you did, Michelle. It was a hard thing, but literally Fridays are my only evening until baseball's over that I can do anything without missing their games. Besides the weekend, which I've been trying not to work weekends lately. And it's been really good for my mental health not to work all weekend. Because I do the weekly reading now every Sunday at the same time. That's how I counterbalanced Patreon not alerting people. And then I've been scheduling things well enough in advance that people can come if they want. But yeah, things might be changing there. I guess tonight is kind of the crux of it, which is funny because I think of it as like an elbow joint. And right as I got out of the shower today, I hit my elbow really hard on the bone here on my towel rack. So that was fun. I'm like, there's a message in this. This is the pivotal turning point for the foreseeable future of Patreon. But, it's kind of bittersweet in a way, but I've been feeling called to expand a little bit anyway. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. If what happens will happen. And that will be kind of my, I guess, guidance. Am I going this way or this way? What am I doing, Spirit? And I'm leaving it to Spirit. I'm trying not to stay attached to any given outcome. I think either way I'll be happy because I'm excited about the future. I'm excited for possibly bringing on the YouTube membership, even if it's just the bottom tier, or I'm thinking of revamping the middle tier to do a monthly astrological breakdown for each sign. Just have it the monthly reading, but by astrological sign, and just do it as one long live stream that I'll timestamp so people can come and see what they can expect for their sign all month. Plus, of course, the weekly readings. Yeah, the hangout stuff, the conspiracy readings, and all of that. They were doing really well at first, but then, like when we did the Jean Benet Ramsey, I guess, energy reading surrounding her death and anything she needed us to know, I was literally the only one there. I presented it and that was it. And it's had 2 views total. So, and I had everybody vote on it. So that's the thing is, that energetically, I think I'm being pulled in another direction. And I'm not sure what that quite looks like yet, but I'm thinking YouTube memberships could be it, but also my writing. I've been really wanting to focus on my writing again and get my writing channel. I'm planning this weekend. It is Easter, but I'm gonna bring my work stuff just to plan a couple things. I'm gonna plan my comeback over on my AuthorTube channel, and of course, it's just gonna be for me. I'm not looking for views or anything over there. It's just literally me documenting my like writing journey, and I do vlogs sometimes, so the kids are involved in that, and just I guess you see behind the scenes of my life over there if anyone even cares. I'm literally just running that channel for myself, but if anyone wants to join on in along the ride on the journey, feel free. It's fun. I haven't been over there since 2020, so it's going to be interesting to see if anyone's even still over there. Even if it's just me talking to me, again, that's cool. I made it for me to begin with, and it'll continue to be that way. We do, LOL, yay. But yes, this is me signing off, I think. Anything else I have coming up? Well, the May Pick a Card reading is over on my main channel. First thing linked in the description below if you want to check out what you can expect for May. I like to get that out a couple weeks early just so everyone can plan for May, or if you hear something you don't like, you can always shift it and change it before May starts. But we got some really good messages over there this time, so I'm really excited about the month of May. Some big stuff going on collectively. I think there's a big world event. It came out in all three piles. It didn't feel like all three piles had a catastrophic life change. To me, it felt more like a collective or world stage kind of event that would maybe affect everybody in some bigger ways than others. I don't know. It felt foreign to the US, but I could be wrong. And it also felt like a lot of natural disaster type stuff. But I touch more in that on the May Pick a Card. And what else do I have going on? I had a good news pick a card go live earlier this week as well on my main channel. And then Monday, I have a next step. What is your next step? Pick a card going live on Monday. And of course, my patrons will actually see that today or tomorrow. I can't remember what I scheduled it for. I scheduled it ahead of time, so it's ready to go. If it already posted, it already posted. If not, it's tomorrow. All right, guys, that is, I guess, the little lowdown on where I'll be in the near future and where I've been. But I'm going to go because now I'm rambling, which I tend to do. But I love you guys. I had so much fun hanging out with you today. Have a wonderful full moon tomorrow, and I hope to see you again. And have a beautiful weekend and a happy Easter for those who celebrate, or just a relaxed and chill weekend for those who don't or who do. Wherever you fit in that spectrum, you claim your gifts, you claim your blessings and prizes. I'm giving them all away. Here we go. Here we go. All right, guys, I'm shutting up now. Bye.